The JSE today is hosting the heads of the SADC and other sub-Saharan stock exchanges. That's for discussion on ways to work together and facilitate the inflow of foreign investment funds into African exchanges. Earlier on, Eleni Giokos caught up with the CEO of the Nigerian Stock Exchange, Onyema, and asked him about the outlook for the NSE.
Given our target for the next 5 years, we think we're still just scratching the surface. It's a marathon, not a sprint. We have started initiating several technological changes like you've mentioned. We've started making sure that there's more connectivity with regards to bandwidth for firms that are looking to access our market. And we are beginning to monitor our up times, the response times, and the like. So I think we're just trying to bring ourselves to global standards with regards to technology.
You also increased trading hours, obviously, as well, so that you're also trying to push even further so that you do move to the global standard that you're talking of.
Right. We increased the trading hours. That was actually before my time, so I can't take credit for it. And we now trade from 9:30 to 2:30. And we're looking, as time goes on, if there's more activity and if there's demand for us to extend and even overlap further with New York trading hours, then that is something that we're also willing to look at.
We do know that there is also something imminent with regards to synergies between the Nigerian Stock Exchange and also the NASDAQ. So give us an indication of what will transpire there. We
selected the NASDAQ Stock Exchange technology platform, the NASDAQ OMS. The name of the platform is Extreme. And we are looking to implement, this is going to be the next generation matching engine for the Nigerian Stock Exchange, and it's supposed to start rolling out as from next year. What it does is it gives us an opportunity to begin to introduce straight-through processing, to begin to standardize around the fixed protocol for accessing our markets, and to get the entire ecosystem more automated.
It's also said that a lot of foreign participation coming to the fore as well. At least you're trying to open up your borders to include more foreign investors. There is one issue, though, at this stage when it comes to local participation. There's a lot of fear in the market because of the market meltdown a few years ago and also the drama that happened within the banking sector. And it seems that a lot of local investors are more geared towards moving to the bond market. I know there's a massive debate that is currently ongoing in Nigeria. But tell us about local participation versus foreign participation and the balance thereof.
We think that foreign participation in terms of activity in the market is about 80%. So we have this balance that we're trying to create where we're going out and talking to the local investors via investor education programs. We had our first investor clinic some months back where we collaborated with Morgan Stanley to talk about diversification of portfolio and the appropriate ways to construct your portfolio. We're also balancing that with making sure that we're properly servicing our foreign investors. With regards to fixed income and equities, the Nigerian Stock Exchange... I
can see a small grin coming through now already.
The Nigerian Stock Exchange offers trading and listing in equities, fixed income, and exchange-traded funds. Yeah. So for us, we're trying to make sure that we provide a slate of products, if you will, to allow investor community properly construct their portfolios. Interest rates are pretty high right now, yeah. So that is driving a lot of investors into the fixed income markets. And we're trying to make sure that we offer a trading platform for those investors to also access our markets.
Do you think that there's going to be a rotation then out of the fixed income space where you've got very high yields and then back into the equity market? And many say this is just really a sentiment game, predominantly coming through from the banking sector. And we know some of the banks didn't really come through with the numbers that most expected, but some also coming through with better than expected numbers. This
is true. And in fact, the banking index is up about 3% year to date. So it's not where it needs to be, but we're beginning to see the light at the end of the tunnel. So as interest rates come down, as some of the initiatives we're putting in place begin to take fruit, we think that there's going to be rotation out of fixed income into equities.
Let's also touch on multinational companies which are listed on the Nigerian Stock Exchange and obviously have a very strong hold and dominant sort of feel within the bourse. Local versus multinational companies that are listed on the Nigerian Stock Exchange. Tell us about some of the efforts and the initiatives that you will be taking hold of to ensure that you also have local companies being interested to list.
Yeah, we just actually introduced our new listing standards, which make it more flexible for a wider diversity of companies to be listed on the exchange. For example, we've reduced the requirements in terms of financial requirements from 5 years to 3 years, which is really global standard. There are certain other initiatives we've taken that makes it very attractive, not only for large companies to come and list, but also the small and medium enterprises that are looking to raise funds to access our markets. And we continue to aggressively go out there to talk to these companies and educate them about the things we're doing to properly service them.